guys? All right. Day one, coach. I know it's always interesting, just day one. Now that you're going into your fourth year, what's this like being
It comes faster and faster. I was telling Matt the good thing is I love coaching basketball because if I was a principal or something, I'd be miserable. Like, golly, we're back at it again. But just happy to be with the guys. Happy to see the new guys. Excited about another opportunity to win games, and this is what we do. And the more men we can develop as adults and as good citizens, the more we want to provide that opportunity for them. So just back at it another year.
Obviously, four returners. Just what's the early makeup I feel like of this team so far?
You know what? I don't know because, of course, Jeff had a major injury and only played a few games. Will Allen's old faithful. We're going to start calling him Uncle here in a minute. And then the emergence of A.J. late in the year, we'll see a little more. And Caden Cooper was just pretty consistent the whole year. So, I don't know because of Will's injury, but I would hope Caden and A.J., we know what we're going to get from them, and we get a little more out of them this year than last year. I think A.J. needs to step up and be the leader that we lost in Sean Newman, and I think he's capable of doing that.
What is Will's status at this point?
Will is healthy. Will is 100% healthy, but he just has to strengthen the leg. So by season time, I think he'll be fine. He's practicing. He just can't go contact right now, but he'll be okay.
With the roster turnover, with the transfer portal, does it feel like every year, every summer, you're starting from scratch with a brand new team?
1,000%. And you try to think of creative ways, and I'm sure I'm not the only coach to offset it or figure it out so that you could do something. But right now, there's nothing inside. You just have to get used to it. Conform to what's going on. And so we don't know how many we're going to have every year, but we just go recruit the team we think we need and then try to build them to a championship caliber basketball team.
Yeah, obviously, AJ's had a pretty busy summer. Just like what's it been like just kind of seeing him and also the guys, obviously the summer league just kind of representing Louisiana Tech outside these walls.
Yeah, AJ going I thought was really big, and I appreciate all the guys who stepped up to help him travel. Out of town. I think he needed it. He had a really good end of the season last year, and I think he needed to build some confidence and play and be able to step straight into a leadership role, not just on game day, but in the practice room. I think he's more confident about who he is on the team now, which is a really good thing, and I want to continue to build on that. And then the guys in Summer League, really proud of them. Like, again, I hope it gives the guys that we have out here motivation. I always tell them you're capable of doing anything anybody puts their shoes on to do. It's just how hard do you want to work to get there. And some people hear the message, some people don't over the years, Very few hear it, but once they do, you're proud of them, and then they get to come back and represent this university in a major way. So excited for those three guys.
When you found out that Bacho was going to join Isaiah on the team Summer League roster, how cool was that for you?
You know how I found out? Isaiah texted me, Bacho's on my team, coach. I was like, what's the chance? So, I was excited, and excited I could watch one game and see both of them. Excited for Bacho to get the opportunity. I would say that I feel like those two and Junior getting the opportunity shows that it can happen here. And I keep saying that, well, if we're going to dream, why not dream the biggest dream we can dream? And so I wish the best for both of those guys, and I hope that they have long careers.
You mentioned Will Allen and faithful. I guess just the last ride with him. What's that like, just as far as kind of the start of the send off here?
I hope this is his send off tour, but the biggest thing is that he's about to graduate this summer. And that was what we were trying to get him to, and anything on top of that was icing on the cake. He's the most unbelievable guy you could have in the locker room. He's the most amazing young man. He's so mannerable and respectful. He comes and gives us all every day. I'm probably gonna be super sad when he leaves, but I don't want to think about that right now. I'm gonna enjoy him for one more year.
What is the biggest thing this summer that you want the guys to focus on and hopefully translate to this work?
Our effort and our attitudes, that's not going to change. Today, I try to do something a little different than what I've done in the past years, and that's just come out playing hard and teaching as we do that, instead of teaching and then trying to get them to play hard while they're thinking. And so we're trying to eliminate some of the thinking and make their legs move a little bit, and hopefully that works. I think I like the way things look today, but we got a long, long, long way to go.
Obviously, a 20-game conference schedule. You didn't have that since your first year. I guess what's the dynamic like when you have those extra conference games?
You know what? I'm trying to look at it as the same as having the WAC Challenge. That was mandated games that we played, which was 18 plus the WAC Challenge, which was home and away. So in my mind, I'm not trying to calculate it as 2 more extra conference games. I do like that it's like opponents. Anytime you can get a schedule where you get to play like opponents and conference teams are like opponents, then you give yourself 2 more chances to win, and one of them is a home game. So I'm excited about that, but not really trying to focus on it's bad for us.
All right. Thank you.
Since we have you today, I mean, have you been missed to ask Louisiana Tech joining the Sun Belt? I mean, any initial thoughts from you?
You know, I'm gonna be excited to see some of the local fans come to watch rivalry games. I was in the league, you know, back when I was an assistant, and I can remember being in the league with Southern Miss, and I felt like when I went there and when they came here, it was some cachet to the game. When we play Lafayette, it's always been a good game. When we played Monroe, it's always been good. So I'm looking forward to that. Anything else, I'm going to leave up to the ADs and the fans to worry about. But I think it'll be okay to have some Louisiana little rivalries and some Arkansas and Mississippi rivalries. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, just day one, what did you feel like you guys showed out there today?
Really just introducing everything that, you know, we're going to be keying in to this season as far as defense. And, you know, what coach expects from everybody, you know, playing hard, aggressiveness, and, you know, just following what the person in front of you does. And I think, you know, we did a good job of doing that today.
Border corners, and just how are you trying to step into your leadership this season?
Really just guiding the new guys to do the right things. You know, we got a couple freshmen. I think, you know, they'll be really good this season for us. And just kind of, you know, leading the way by example more than anything. I think that's most important. But, you know, I think with my experience, I can really show a lot of the new guys, you know, what it looks like to be a Bulldog. And so that's what I'm focused on.
Individually for your game, what do you want to improve on, I guess, where you left off last week?
Really just, you know, being me, rebounding, playing defense, playing hard, getting out open in transition, and, you know, doing the small things. I feel like that's where I help the team best. You know, I feel like I was pretty good rebounding last year, so I'm just sticking to that and improving a couple new things.
The team from last year, a lot of guys did go to the transfer portal route. Just tell me, what is it about Louisiana Tech, about Coach Hester, that made you want to come back here for another year?
I mean, just from day one, when he initially recruited me, you know, I always felt like I could trust him. I think it's big when, you know, your head coach is recruiting you personally. And so, you know, just from the stuff that he showed me over the season and, you know, how loyal he can be with his players, I feel like that's one of the biggest things when you're talking about this business that college basketball is right now. And, you know, I always do a lot of praying before I make my decisions. And, you know, God he told me stay here and, you know, trust what you're doing and trust the people you're around. And so, you know, I decided to come back.
Obviously, like, the dynamic for you is kind of shifted. Obviously, you came in last summer as kind of one of the new faces. Now, like, you're helping kind of new guys come in. Like, what's that process like of kind of getting the guys, like, just involved in, like, building that chemistry based on, like, what you learned last year?
I mean, it's real easy. Just let the guys know you're one of them. You know, I am older, but, you know, just helping everybody understand that we all go through the same struggles, no matter what year, freshman, senior, and, you know, just letting everybody know it's a family. Like, you can talk to anybody about anything, and, you know, no mess up is bigger than the other. And I think this group has clicked really fast, which is a great sign for me. And, you know, it just tells me that we got a lot of potential to be something great. I definitely did. I think the intensity was very high. I thought everybody enjoyed practice. We got a lot of production done, and I think for the first day it was very good. Appreciate it.
If you can't tell, I'm still a little tired, but I'm pushing through. Pushing through.
Go right ahead.
Great to start. You won 4 returns to come back this season. I mean, how much more of a leadership role are you planning to take on?
I'm planning just to take just a huge leap. Just comparing last year to now, I feel like I just matured. Like whether it was on the court or off the court, I just feel like I'm just like taking that leap was necessary.
You mentioned that maturity. What did 1 year at the college level kind of teach you?
Honestly, it taught me that no matter like what life throws at you, just keep a level head and just just always push through.
Just came back from the Czech Republic, right?
Yes.
Just what's that whole experience like for you, and how much do you think that experience is going to help you this season?
It was honestly just a whole it was different, and honestly, it's something that I needed just as far as like basketball wise, and also just spiritually. Basketball wise, it was amazing. Just playing against just new faces, it was amazing, and then just finding my faith really also helped me, because I know that God is my back, just throughout the season. So.
Coach felt like it was a real confidence boost for you too. Obviously,
Yeah.
you were pretty vocal out here today. Just as far as maybe your own voice, like you kind of found that a little bit more as the season went on.
Yeah, I felt that I've always had a voice. I felt that I kind of held myself back, last year. I mean, granted, we had a bunch of great guards last year, but I felt that I could have done just a better job of, just speaking up. So this year, I'm definitely trying to, just make that just the main point.
Obviously, with roster turnover this year, I mean, the guys who do stay, when they create that bond, you and Hayden and the Wills, like, just what's that bond like with you guys?
Oh man, those guys are like the brothers I always wish I had. Will, Jeff, he's just a great guy. Actually my roommate, so me and him just talk. KJ is just a big goofball, so me and him just always joking around. But Will Allen's like the uncle of the team, so me and him, I'm always asking for just advice and just always trying to make him laugh.
Obviously, a lot of new pieces coming together. What do you feel like it will take for you guys to come together and reach the goals that you want by the season's end?
Honestly, just spending more time off the court. We're always gonna be battling in here, so just just enjoying time off the court will just actually help us a lot.
Chester to start this, first practice with the energy and the intensity level that you did. I mean, how much do you think that's going to set the tone for what he's trying to do this season?
That's gonna be our calling card this year. Just being the toughest team out there. So just to start us off, I mean, I wouldn't have it just any other way.
Thanks, AJ.
Appreciate y'all.